Hey YouTube. We just got done with the inconsequent debates, which were lively and funny as all festivities held by the Fae. And now we're on our way to the Shallow Gulch. Gonna use the group manager to swap out. Actually, it's only gonna take 3 hours. Normally takes like 3 days. Alright. Must be some kind of bonus since we're in controlled territory. I'm not sure, but I think we can cross over the water there. Well, despite being named Nettles Crossing, we're not doing much crossing the water. Okay, whatever. We'll take the standard route. Oh, you know what? The line comes up there. Maybe I have to cross from this side first. And that'll, like, unlock it. When's that next curse attack? 35 days. Not long now. Huh. We just rested, but half the party's still tired. That's weird.
I'm not afraid.
Probably a bug, really.
Your death.
We're getting killed here. I need to catch my breath.
He was not exaggerating. He was getting killed here.
I just keep thinking about the story we learned while we were searching for the flower. The story of the fallen goddess. I feel pity for her. It seems she was punished not for being evil, but for rebelling against rules set by someone else.
Many poor souls lost their lives to the bloom. Direct your pity toward them.
Hey, Jackster. How's it going? I'm doing real good.
Forwards.
You've made it to like every one of my streams. Pretty much the only thing you've missed out on is the inconsequent debate, and I'll have that up on YouTube sometime soon. Shouldn't take too long. Nope. No crossing there. Now it's time to get some main story progress in. While traveling through the hills of Nomen, we noticed something worrisome. Crows circled the sky, much as they do upon spying a corpse to feast upon. More ominous yet, clouds of smoke trailed into the sky as well. After noticing that, we... no, don't need that. Let's approach carefully. Succeed. We soon saw what attracted the crows. A dead horse lay in the ditch, one leg missing and its carcass already picked at by scavengers. Near the horse was what looked to be the corpse of its former rider, a young man, clad only in undergarments. The smoke was coming from a bonfire, which around goblins were roasting a horse leg. It seemed their hunger was stronger than their fear of these animals. And I've heard that horse actually tastes just as good as beef. Other goblins were busy rummaging through the clothes of a deceased man and taking whatever choice bits they could find. One goblin was strutting around wearing a beret with a feather, another a velvet jacket, and two other goblins, each wearing a single boot, were in the middle of a tug-of-war with the dead man's trousers. These are fancy clothes. Alrighty. Okay, so let's see. I don't think we're going to get a good explanation out of goblins. Let's go ahead and just take them out. After noticing us, the little bastards started to flee, leaving behind everything they'd been trying to take from the body, including a hefty coin pouch. Alas, in this backwater, coin proved of little use. I'm gonna disagree with that. Alas, the body laid before us belonged to none other than Tommen Havanki, a noble from Gralton, the one whose brother begged us to look for him. A letter in his jacket pocket, yellowed with age, confirmed his identity. It was signed Matthew Havanki, a relative. All we could do then was to take the tragic news to his brother. Well,
Time to get
that's
some
sad.
rest, isn't it?
And everyone's getting tired so fast. Traveling through mountains is rough. Okay, so this whole city's supposed to have vanished. Okay, so not the inhabitants, I guess. Or not the building, it's just the inhabitants.
Without a doubt.
And this used to be where the mayor would stand. Springs. What are they up to?
We shall overcome.
Let's see. So the barbarians level 10 and the rogues are level 8.
I grant you death.
They have a size alteration. Oh man, it tells me so much about them. Didn't realize it gave me quite this level of info. Neat.
Attack!
Okay, well, they're
Time
honestly
to
not too
search
tough.
for the spot to rest.
Everyone springs for the masterwork weapons, but no one springs for the masterwork armor. I guess since I'm killing them, I shouldn't be complaining too much about that.
Completed.
That raven was new.
I will guide us. Our path leads on.
Okay, new area.
More strength fades. Forwards. Stand with me.
Yeah, not everyone's fatigued is not the best. I wonder if I'll be able to camp out
We shall overcome.
without using rations, I mean.
Not tired.
Without a doubt.
Legs weak. Stomach empty.
Maybe in the previous area. Okay, looks like I do not have to use rations. Wait, it's only skip time. Okay, rations are needed. So, let's check this area of the map for clues, head out to the world map for a nap, and then come back in.
Forwards.
I'm not afraid.
I'm gonna call this a clue.
We shall
Not sure what's a clue
overcome.
of yet, but it looks cluey.
More strength fades.
Basically, all it's saying is that animals have begun looting.
Without a doubt.
And there are adorable bunnies in people's farming patches.
I will
The
guide us.
horror. Okay. Everyone's rested, got a hearty meal in them. Everything's fine.
Forwards.
And we'll say right in front of the bad guy, because we're ballsy like that.
Who will prevail? Does it matter?
No strike wasted.
Primitives!
I feel over-leveled. I always think it's weird when Dog goes over to pick things up. But I bet he can pick up those masterwork great clubs like they're just really big sticks. What do we got here? Okay, we could climb up, but
Without
why?
doubt.
How is this not a thing? Did we fail a perception check or something? Does no one care about the body there? Okay.
Our path leads.
I mean, it's not likely I failed a perception check. Get a bunch of trunks, but they're not immediately attacking me.
Completed.
Broken bucket tied to a piece of rope. And a dead spriggan with a broken neck. That sounds a lot more like human doing. Maybe this was a reprisal attack.
Stand with me.
Will they ever learn?
Left yourself exposed. I grant you dead.
Knock knock used to lighting enemies on fire. Good.
Alright. Problem resolved with fire.
This is for you.
Fine use of my talents.
It's the dodgy crossbow man. Who makes that assessment? Like, what level of dodge bonus is required for dodginess to be part of your title?
Oh, sorry. Was lost in thought.
The bad thing about mages is that they die fast. The good thing, they have such low heal HP that it's easy to fill up their HP bar.
Without a doubt.
I wish we could talk to these two.
Be easier if you knock
Let's
my
finish them quick.
Ooh, that one went deep.
Feel a little bad about killing drunk people who are just standing there,
Forwards.
but I mean, money's money.
I will not falter.
march ahead.
Hoping not fight back. Best kind of fight.
Alright.
Cannot hide from me.
Night time. That hurt.
Probably didn't even need fireball there.
Done and done. I see something. I did as you asked.
I wonder how difficult it is to install floor spikes.
We'll do it the hard way.
Your life ebbs low.
Nowhere to run.
Come here, Max.
We shall overcome.
What a
Attack. Without a doubt.
Not more runner and talker than fighter.
And they're very large room.
Fight if I have to.
True.
Which knife to use?
It's like I really need you guys to sort yourselves out here, please.
Strike as one.
Please allow the people who are supposed to be in front to be in front.
Thieves.
Dog, that includes you.
Hey,
Titus.
Do not hold back. I will guide us.
I did as you asked.
You. I mean, I've got displacement already, but I mean, it's a really good spell. I'm not going to complain about wands with good spells. I was wondering why that door opened when I hit that. I was like, no, tell me about the bear. He's just a switch.
We shall overcome.
me not talk first?
A clever boy.
hurt?
Spriggan rogues are kind of silly. It's like, they want to be stealthy and then suddenly they're giant.
Our path leads on.
Grotus awaits us.
Forwards.
Looks like we didn't fully explore the corner of that room. Though, something tells me there's not a lot to explore. Alright. Done.
Without a doubt.
Getting the feeling I should have saved right before walking up those stairs. The biggest Spriggan, scarred and beaten, bares his rotting teeth. I guess we can't rest even here. I bet you followed our trail from our very den. Forcing us from our home wasn't enough. Now you've come to finish us off? Well, a guy will not make this easy for you. Hopefully I can diplomacy this. Nope.
Best kind of fight. Not used to lighting enemies on fire first.
Guy steps back, pressing his hand on his bleeding wounds. Well, you got me, he hisses through clenched teeth. Go on then. Keep hounding us, pushing us back. Clearly taking all we had wasn't enough. But I am lawful. Did I go too neutral good? What are you on about? You attacked citizens of Varnhold. Think me a fool? You attacked us in our own home. Now you followed us here to finish the job. How could we possibly bother anyone in an empty city? I do not believe you. Believe what you want. I don't care. I'm not gonna make up excuses for the likes of you. Saying it was empty before you got here? Who cares? We arrived, no one else was here. We checked for traps, we checked for ambushes. Nothing. Totally livable. If I knew you'd follow us, I'd have taken everyone even further away. Where's your former home? Guy glares at you with contempt. Nothing to lose anyway. Last chance. Fine, give me your map, I'll point it out. From the overgrown cavern. Where are all the locals? No clue. Just gone? Anyone could walk in and take what they like. Alright. We'll let them go. Doesn't look like they're the ones causing trouble here. Don't follow me. He says as he weirdly stutter steps out. Where's my character? Oh, I've slid just out of lawful good and into neutral good. Damn it. Dang. There need to be more lawful options. Okay, here we go. I'm skipping over the first part. It's basically pleasantries. He's like, I would like to request your aid in a small matter. A few days back, an adventurer by the name of Willis Gunderson retrieved a mysterious bracelet from one of the ancient ruins scattered across Dunsword. Gunderson kindly turned it over to my court wizard, Cephal, who continues to examine it as it lies on the table before me. It may be the most peculiar of things I've ever laid eyes on. The bracelet is covered in angular patterns that resemble a labyrinth, and it's adorned with an inscription in an unknown language. No learned man in Varnhold has been able to read this writing or deduce which culture the artifact belongs to. So, I ask for your aid. Please, if you have an archivist with deep knowledge of the history of this region, send them along to aid us in solving this mystery. I'm sure that your capital has plenty of such learned men and women. Perhaps one of them will succeed in reading this inscription. Of course, I will return the Vortikai. Baron Magar Varn, I am writing to you as your ally and well-wisher. The reason for my letter is the lack of foresight in your actions. You're trying so hard to become friends with this Baron from the Freelands. You invite him to pay you a visit, you assure him of sincerity, and you even send rich gifts. Have you nothing more to do in your lands? I strongly recommend you to stop flirting with this upstart person and turn your gaze to the affairs of the day. You're trying to cross the path with powerful forces that can reach you even in your own castle. You should know your place. With wishes of good health and calm sleep, your friend. Huh. Fallen Warrior's Boot. Hellbear Omelette. And a rare quarterstaff. It's got a fire gemstone. Oh, basically cast Fireball 2 times a day, or Scorching Ray 3 times a day. Interesting. So, it seems like this amulet, possibly from the Cyclops Empire, messed with everyone in Varnhold. It may have something to do with Vortikai. Whatever that is. Or whoever. There's that raven again. You notice a huge blackbird sitting still on a high fence by the exit, as if waiting for you. It's a raven, glistening black and one of the largest ravens you've ever seen. As you approach, it tilts its head and affixes you with a beady black eye. Look, fat tasty feather bag. Hit it with stone. Hypocrite. Fat tasty talking feather bag? What did you say? I don't appreciate my people's faces being over the text. What's the point of your false pity for these fools who you allowed to live? The raven gives a sharp caw, almost a bark. With no shelter, no family, and no homeland, always on the run, all you did is prolong their suffering and take pride in your chivalry? You guy still has a chance. Miserable hypocrites! You seek to justify your actions? The raven gives a series of causes as if laughing. There's no justification. No, no, no. Why are you here? Are you one of the thieves that lived in this miserable settlement? Still nothing. I don't think that's technically true. Liar! The settlement was full of thieves. They paid for their crimes. Now only a single one remained. You! Who are you? What do you know about the vanishing of Varnhold? Only that the people of this dusty village were thieves. Thieves and bandits who didn't respect the law and didn't know their place. Inferior beings don't dare touch that which belongs to their masters. Who are you? Not from Varnhold, but I'll find out what happened here. You? What arrogance! What pride! You thrall? Do not follow one crime with another. You will suffer the same fate. Who are you? I'm guessing you're new to these parts if you still don't know who I am. Why don't you take to the air and ask around? The raven regards you for a moment. Finally, it flaps its wings without a sound, takes flight. Moments later, it's nothing more than a speck in the sky. And just in case anyone else gets stuck there with that same bug, you can progress dialogue by pressing space. Let's check out what was in this loot. I think I missed this. Yeah, rock pile. Rock piles can have just about anything in them. I've gone back to old areas just to collect rock piles. Especially ones that had the collectible loots. I mean, it's sort of a collectible, but not the gold ring collectibles I was talking about. There was some skilled sprigging crossbow man, but he couldn't afford the masterwork crossbow. Even goblins have masterwork crossbows. This guy must have lost in a lot of dice games or something. I wonder why her rim in particular split up. Okay. So we've got more questions than we've got answers. Spider lair? You know what? Sure. Nothing good ever happens in spider lairs, but I mean, we're adventurers. Gotta do that adventuring. Gotta fill the quota of killing monsters. Oh look, right off the bat.
Forwards.
I think they're trying to say that it might be dangerous going ahead.
Clever ploy.
Okay.
Ha! Primitives.
Sure. But, we need Jubilast and Knock Knock to swap out.
Yes, I'm still here.
There we go.
I'm not afraid. Consider me provoked.
Yeah, Knock Knock sneak attack
We shall
is
overcome.
getting pretty serious. When he hits.
Grant you death.
Oh, fun. Dexterity and constitution damage. Those are like my favorite things.
I'll fight if I have to.
Will they ever learn?
Without a doubt.
Face me.
Knock Knock used to lighting enemies on fire first.
You cannot hide from me.
You can't stop me.
Use of my talents.
Titus had some kind of blue glow after that fight, but I have no idea what that glow was.
I see something.
Cool buckler and baked spider legs. Delicious. Hero guard, enhancement +4. +3 against ranged attacks. So it's like +7 against ranged attacks? That's awesome. It's a shame. I mean, sure. Oh, it's so tiny. Teeny tiny. And yet still a better shield.
I will guide us.
Okay, looks like there's no actually going in the caves, though.
Well, sorry, was lost in thought.
And I haven't updated his spells. You know, we haven't actually been up against many undead that were higher level than us. So disrupting weapon would work. It's just like it's only rounds per level. Ooh, true seeing. Shit. I should have been doing that more. And cleanse is only personal, so it's not that great. Slap on another true seeing. Okay, that wasn't all we had to do. Let's see what we can do for knock knock. I mean, I've got a good chunk of diamond dust. Yeah, 40. We can spare it.
Please not rep score.
Grotus awaits us.
Quadritium Burinos.
Yeah, getting our room 10 decks
Look
back
ahead.
is not a
Our
small
path
deal.
leads on.
Hey, Kuro Panda, what's up? There. What are we gonna find here? That exact same map. Or almost the exact same. Plus a creepy cave. Filled with wolves.
Ready and willing.
Let's finish them quickly.
We shall overcome!
Repent!
Shit. Got tripped immediately. Alright, this is going worse than expected. And I've used all my fireballs. Okay, no one's gonna appreciate this, but
Not falter.
it's cold time.
Consider me provoked.
More spells. Web.
Will be. Definitely will be.
Searing Ray. That's right, dog.
Not used to lighting enemies on fire first. Yeah!
Okay. Then the downside of web totally affects you too. Ooh, shit. Punching dagger. But it looks cool. The enchanter's cape comes with enchantment, as one might expect. Web sucks. Casting web was a panic.
I'll try.
I will
Please
protect.
not rep skull.
Damn it.
Patience.
And Harim in particular has such
Listening
a hard
as
time
hard
with
as
web.
I can.
Together we stand.
Let's see. DC is 20. He's got a +2, so he needs to roll 18 to get out of
I
web.
will see this through.
How about you, Titus? He just needs to roll a 12.
So, any brilliant
You
ideas?
can count on me.
I'm open to your orders.
Yes?
Let us not hesitate.
Yes, I'm still here.
Let's take 20, guys.
Grotus awaits us.
Aborones Sentes.
Oh, sorry.
Aborones Sentes.
Here.
The end draws near.
Oh, you got one step. Just stand there while I give you a slow
Who's
golf
there?
clap.
Lamashtu?
You're so close.
Clip clop.
You were so very close. Can we leave with him right there? Yes. Sweet.
Without a doubt.
Patience.
Okay, so we've found monsters, but no real reason for Varnhold to be empty.
time to get some rest, isn't it?
Sepulchre of Forgotten Heroes. Ooh, nobody's made it back from going inside. Now that sounds exciting. So let's see. This was arcane because it was obsidian and had strange inscriptions. But yeah, it'd be nice to get in some proper dungeoning. This looks like another one of those Cyclops areas. It has no knobs, buttons, or other signs as to how to unlock it. However, a thick patch of moss has been scraped off the door's hinges, hinting that it's been opened recently. Use detect magic first. It's got transmutation. Let's search around it. I don't want to force it, but let's save and then force it. Even though we just saved like seconds ago. Okay, yeah. Transmutation. I feel like that's supposed to be one of the clues. But I don't have Dispel Magic, I don't believe. So, not sure what to do. That may be a come back to later sort of thing. It's interesting. Rumors of the legend say that no one came back from inside it, but probably you'd think that a lot of them would go inside, see the door, and then come back. Let's see, what have we got here? Native barbarians? Hey, who's that walking over there? Barbarian standing guard at the cave entrance calls to you coarsely. It's dangerous to walk around here. Better turn back. The guard looks at you with their hands on their weapons, waiting for you to answer. I'm the local baron. I have every right to be here. And who are you? We're fighters from the Tiger Lord's tribe. We're just minding our own business here. We're not looking for a fight. So long as you're not looking for trouble, you may enter.
Forwards.
Trouble has a way of finding me, though. I'm going to suspect that trouble happens before I leave. Olga. A half-orc woman sits by the fire. Her clothes are made of leather and fur, matching the rest of the barbarians. She frowns as she slides her finger along a map, crudely drawn on a crumpled piece of paper. She lifts her gaze as she notices you. Ah, guess. Who are you? If you're a friend, take a seat by the fire and let's talk. I'm Bulga, from the Tiger Lord's tribe. I lead this group. When Bulga's gaze stops on Knock Knock, she chuckles. Quite a beast you got there. Ones like that we use for rags back home. Their hides aren't good for anything else. Ones like you I use for chowder. Meat like dung, not good for nothing else. Knock Knock glares at the sturdy woman with a predatory look as he runs a finger along the edge of his blade. Are you a chieftain? Me? No, just seasoned enough to lead a group. Our chieftain is Armag the Twice-Born. Bulga says the name proudly, as though expecting recognition or awe. He's back home in Numenaria right now. What's he known for? Long ago, he was the greatest of the Numerian chieftains, and Gorham's chosen. Armag was so strong no mortal could strike him down. It was only when Pharasma herself challenged him to battle that he fell, and only because of her divine power. But now, Armag shamed her and came back from the afterlife. Great Armag leads the Tiger Lords once more, and now is Armag the Twice-Born. And soon, word of our exploits will spread all over Avestan. I mean, that's a pretty sweet backstory, gotta be honest. I would follow that guy. I didn't know there were half-orcs among the Numerian barbarians. The orcs have lands nearby. A lot can happen between two neighboring peoples. What are you doing here? We're looking for some ruins or a cave or something. I don't really know. Only Douglas knows exactly what we're looking for. He's a cleric, and he's our leader on this expedition. Well, him and the sisters. This is like a little rattle. Keeps going deeper. Who are these sisters? They're witches who serve Armag. They seem to know a lot about the world, history, gods, even other worlds. They're pretty smart talkers. You'd hardly believe the things they know. And they have these strange, unimaginable spells. When Armag ordered us to pick up for this expedition, we thought we'd be searching for a month, but they just waved their hands. Whoosh! A tunnel of multicolored lights opened before us. The trip here took us just 1 hour. Can you imagine it? I wouldn't be surprised if you can. A tunnel of many colors? Doesn't that sound familiar? Because it sure sounds familiar to me. Where might I find these guys? They're in our main camp here. Bulga points at a cross on her map. If you're looking to hire us or have some other business, come visit. It'd be much better than digging around in the dirt out here. Alright, so they got a proper camp out there. Found anything of interest? It'd be nice if we had. So far it's just dirt, crap, and monsters. Like we don't get enough of that back in Numeria. I found this hole, and the monsters that were living here, we took a beating doing it, but we managed to kick them out. Then, after we searched the place, we found out it's just a regular cave, nothing of note. After a day or so, we'll probably head out and keep searching. Know anything about Varnhold? Varnhold? Where's that? No idea. I've never been there. I wonder what happens if we stay the night. Numeria is the land with adamantine in its soil, and its people have adamantine in their hearts. The barbarian starts solemnly, then her tones shift. And since we have bugger all beyond adamantine and courage, we just trade what we got. She laughs. I mean, that's pretty fucking sweet. I don't have a single piece of adamantine yet. We're level 10. Alright, let's take her up on the invitation. See if these guys are cool. Seems so.
Without a doubt.
I wonder if we'll find anything here she didn't.
Done and done.
Good bracers of armor. Nothing impressive. Nothing impressive.
I will guide us.
We're just gonna take it from right behind her back. Cheese crostata. I mean, I don't know what it is, but it sounds good. This must be bad for party morale. It's like, we have no idea what happened. Let's just throw a blanket over the entire countryside and search every single thing. Run up and kill every single monster. Talk to every single person. And just be like, are we getting held up? These are barbarians. Keldits to be precise. Probably from neighboring Numeria. Maybe lands even further north. They stop when they see you, hands on their weapons and frowns on their faces. Who are you then? What do you want? The barbarians watch you sternly, their hands still on their weapons. I'm a local baron. Wait, really? Well, alright, your baronship then, or whatever it is they call you. I'm Nober. We're from Numeria, part of the Tiger Lord's tribes. We're just minding our own business here, not looking to pick a fight. We don't want any trouble and we're not after anyone. One of you people seems sick. Can I help? A barbarian woman steps forward, trying to control her heavy coughing. That'd be welcome. I'm... got blue spit somewhere in the barrens. I could pay for the healing in gold. No charge. No, none of that. We're not beggars and we're not out for charity. The barbarian woman forces several coins in your hand. Jeez. After you heal the woman's disease, she breathes in deeply, relishing the sensation. Well, thank you. It was a nasty thing, let me tell you. Won't let you breathe in or let gases out. You know anything about Varnhold? No. So what are you searching for? Caves and ancient ruins? Huh. Okay. Everyone seems pretty unclear on what they're doing. Dutiful. Now those are what I call good assistants. Dutiful, prompt, and aware of their own intellectual limitations. Why can't I ever get assistants like that? Maybe I should have pursued a career as barbarian chieftain. I love Deep Lost it sometimes. Sometimes he's a dick, but other times it's like just the right level of cheeky. Who's Tugeth? An old cleric. He's seen a lot. He knows a lot. And it seems like he's the only one who has any idea what the hell we're looking for out here. Anything of interest in the area? No. Alright. Have a good one.
Forwards. Without a doubt.
Alright. Continuing our search of literally everything.
Forwards. Without a doubt.
Their cave map tile set sure is getting a lot of use.
Let's finish them quick.
Oh shit. I have no idea what this is. Neither do my characters. I just know it's huge and has 40 strength. It's a beast. humanoid, that is. Super strong. That was way easier than I expected. Got a good build out of it though. He doesn't need the strength. Yeah. Alright, enjoy your new belt.
I will guide us. Our path leads on. Without a doubt. Forwards.
To Selin Source. A strange building, gloomy and abandoned, sits near a spring that eventually evolves into the Little Selin River. Oh, it's a river. And like many of the ruins in the Tour of Levines, this structure seems to have been built by humans, or at least human-sized. And the ghost stone we're about to visit, a strange gray stone monolith, its sides polished and smooth. The stone is known locally as the ghost stone, for at night the air surrounding the stone radiates a soft glow. We're at about 5 in the morning. I wouldn't really consider that night anymore. But let's see what happens when we visit. It's like we're right at the line between night and day.
Forwards.
Of course, with all this mist, it's much more night than day. Yeah, so we've got a sound like locusts shrieking in our ears. Suddenly, you find you can make out words in the din. The words are disjointed and hard to make out, as someone's clearly trying to speak to you. Help, yes? Who are you? Traveler, way home, friend, jester, just, escape, trap, pain, wound, blood, powerlessness, blood, cold, heat, darkness, darkness, light, predators, attack, run, loss. Drawing upon your arcane knowledge, you discern what the strange being, whatever it may be, has stumbled into a trap, which turned out to be a portal, and was injured. You're not sure what the predators are it mentioned, but they must have attacked the creature while it was on this side of the portal. Wish, home. Who are you talking to? Me? There's no one here. Are you seeing things? Iken freezes and watches you slowly. He remains silent, but you notice he's reaching for his weapon. Who sent you here and why? Friend, jester, fae. Not inclined to trust strange voices in my head. Show yourself. Fear, fright. What do you want? Stone, predators, multitude, powerlessness, help, defend, clean up, path home. Strangers asking you to get rid of the mysterious predators that drove it away from the stone. Rescue, predators, banishment, death, reward, presence. I can't see what's going on, but hopefully aid is accept. I think I should leave. Okay, nothing crazy, but just solid goodies. Goblin Horseslayer. The goblin's glaring at you, grasping his weapon tightly. His wide face is covered in mud, while grass and twigs can be seen poking from behind his ears. The goblin steps back a bit and brandishes his weapon, but half-heartedly. He doesn't seem eager to fight. In a heartbeat, you realize the goblin is not alone on the hill. Others, many others, all smeared in clay and disguised with grass and moss, are lying motionless on the slope. Strangely, they don't attack. They're doing their best to remain still and blend in with the grass. I'll tell them don't be afraid yet. What are you doing here? Need food. I catch lots legs. Fat, tasty, lots legs. Oh, poor thing. Look how thin he is. Well, the goblins do look raw-boned all the time. But these must be desperate if they've started eating spiders. Goblins are willing to eat anything, but still, how hungry does one need to be to start hunting spiders? Seen anything strange here? Fat, lots legs. Never seen such fat before. What's that stone on the hill? It shine, it burn, no touch. I'm tempted to just give them rations since I'm a nice guy, but let's see if I can bluff them away. Yep. Half heads, come, lots of legs for all. Follow me. Help, path home. Bye. So you're the one the goblins were after? What are you? Okay. So the spiders can talk a little bit. Are you hurt? Where have you come from to our world? Multitude, Fae, primeval. He pulls a notepad from his pocket and flips through it frantically, looking between it and the creature. Wait, where was it? Ah, right, I can't believe it. Do you know what this is? Goblins take me. This is a phase spider straight from the first world. I have so many questions. Why? Why did I never learn to speak Aklo when I had the chance? What's your name? Okay. Clicky noises. Alright, I've helped you. Where's my reward? Bag. Okay. Have a good trip.
Without a doubt.
I see something.
Wand of Restoration. Oh, but lesser. Dang. I got excited for a second.
Done and done.
Oh, the stone's actually a sealed portal. That's neato. So, alright, there have been lots of little encounters, but I haven't gotten any good clues yet for where we're actually trying to find this village's people. I bet that the leader of the barbarian tribe, the one with the sisters, I bet they had more information, or at least could point me in the right direction. Oh, and of course they're a good ways out.
Time to get some rest, isn't it?
Let's check on this and then head out.
My search was not in vain.
I did as you asked.
Alright, any place where there's a trap in the first, like, inch is a place that we need
Time to get some
save a lot.
rest, isn't it?
I jerked a little bit there. Looks like we did not see that trap.
Well, sorry, was lost in thought.
Let's finish them quick.
Consider me provoked.
Triggered trap. Remember what I said about how important it was to save? That remains
Not
super
tired.
true.
Legs weak. Stomach empty.
I move unseen.
Forwards. Stand with me.
Knock used to lighting enemies on fire first.
Did he win initiative? No, it was still a trap.
We shall overcome.
Thank you for tripping him, dog. That was... Oh shit. Band of Intelligence +6? Oh man. Alright, she's got +4. He gets the bigger bonus from it. That's as big as the bonuses go. That's a big boy item. Oh, come on, can we put a trapdoor there and we can't interact with it? Alright, that was cool. I'm very glad I took this detour. Let's see.
A rest would be welcome.
I feel like the Killeds are actually searching for that sepulchre of forgotten heroes. Norm's grave. That sounds like it would be cool. It's an area that sees mastodons as well. Man, you got all the big boys here. gotta admit, I don't care about mushrooms much. Mastodon. No
Look ahead.
shortage of mastodons. A mastodon steak recipe. Oh, you sultry minx. You know just how to tempt me.
Forwards.
It looks like we will be fighting the mastodons.
I'm positive I found something. A clever ploy.
Looks like I can't inspect them until we're actually fighting.
Grotus awaits.
Slapping buffs.
Ready and willing.
Keep your eyes open.
Unimosi travisi. Unimosi travisi. Unimosi travisi.
You require my assistance?
Unimosi travisi.
Yes, I'm still here.
Laborane sentes. Laborane sentes.
I'm not afraid.
Hey!
So let's see. Get 147 hit points. They're real easy to hit. Alright. Nothing crazy. Like 25 gold for mastodon hide.
I will guide
That
us.
seems a bit stingy to me. Very, very stingy.
Let's finish them quick.
Consider me provoked.
Pretty much no matter what you are, when you're getting hit for 74, you're going down pretty quick. And the only things I don't like about being this far out is it's going to take me a while to find a merchant and get rid of all my doodads. Okay. Making good time through these plains. Oh yeah. I can see why the barbarians started here. If all you need to do is clear out a lot of room, plains are a good place to start. Okay. On the low grounds among the hills, some Numerian barbarians had set up camp. While obviously set up recently as a place to rest, it was thoroughly constructed. Along with the staked palisade, the Numerians had reinforced their camp with a deep moat. Spotting the body of some unlucky thief at the bottom, it seemed they made a good call. Guarding the entrance was our old acquaintance, Nober, the man whose group we met in the hills previously. While his greeting was none too friendly, he did invite us to enter and led us to meet his leader. We were led to a man named Dagoth, a middle-aged Killid with a gorgeous mane, once charcoal black, now salt and pepper, as well as bronze skin hardened by sun, wind, and time, to the point that it almost looked like oak bark. Speaking with assertive tones, he invited us to dine with the Tiger Lords. That was the name of their tribe, and spend the night in their camp. Any business we might have with the tribe, he said, could be discussed in the morning, once everyone was rested and refreshed. Not wanting to offend the barbarians, who'd proven to be commendably hospitable, we accepted the invitation. Within minutes, we were seated by the bonfire with goblets in our hands. As guests, our goblets were wrought of skillfully decorated silver with intricate carvings depicting scenes of battle. The cupbearer filled everyone's goblets with wine. When Dugarth raised his cup, officially starting the feast, the Baron stood and proposed a toast to the health to the people gathered here. The Numerians listened to the toast in awkward silence, but the Baron stopped speaking and drained his goblet. They burst into angry shouting. All of them spilled their wine on the ground. It was apparently a barbarian tradition, offering the first cup to the spirits. Only after the cupbearer filled their goblets again did the Numerians start to drink. And so did we. Dang. Faux pas. The main course, unsurprisingly, was meat. While hunting in the hills, the Numerians had killed a deer and 2 wild boars, now all roasting over an open fire. As the tribe's guest, we were offered the best pieces. Fierce in battle, the Numerians were equally fierce at the table. They frantically tore the meat apart with knives, bare hands and teeth, as though attacking the throats of their worst enemies rather than eating roast venison. Only one camp inhabitant didn't join the dinner. Far from the festivities, a slim woman wrapped in a gray cloak sat alone, her face hidden behind a piece of cloth. She was so quiet and still, at first I didn't realize she was a living being at all. The Baron... I guess demanded she be invited to the table? The woman just shook her head, but Dugarth was furious. I would never share a meal with that witch. Her very presence would sour the wine in an instant. As he continued raving, one of the barbarians explained to us that the woman was one of the defaced sisters, half priestess, half wizard. While they may travel along with the Numerians, they never ate at the same table. Judging by the tones the barbarians used when speaking of the woman, it was easy to tell that none of them held any warm feelings towards these defaced sisters. After everyone had eaten their fill, it was time for entertainment. The barbarians began singing a drawling song in their guttural language known as Howlet. Later, one of the Numerians explained that it was a ballad about a brother and sister who defaced a huge metal spider. The song that followed was a comedic piece about the adventures of a stupid werewolf. The Numerians all sang it together. It wasn't that it was clear that each of them knew that one by heart. Almost everyone clapped to the rhythm, though some thumped their knife handles on their shields, and our half-orc acquaintance, Bolka, accompanied the song on a vargan. Once the song was over, Dugarth appealed to his guest to surprise our host. The Baron decided our best choice would be... Yeah, they might enjoy a tale of how we defeated the Stag Lord. Our tale of battle and heroic deeds was just what the barbarians were looking for. They listened eagerly, chimed in on each detail, and laughed and clapped at the most epic moments. Even Dugarth found himself smiling and nodding as he listened to our story. Finally, the drinking and singing came to an end. Only bones remained from the feast, and the bonfire had burned down to ash. Satisfied, the Numerians retired to their tents.
I beg you, I haven't seen my sisters for several days. I'm afraid they may be in trouble.
This whole land is nothing but trouble. You want me to risk my life and the lives of my people to do your dirty work? Go ahead, ask Armagh to give the order. Oh, but Armagh stayed back in Numeria, which means I am the one making the decisions here.
But what about my sisters? Something terrible could happen to them.
You sisters insisted on this expedition. So it's your price to pay. With your blood, not ours. Something terrible could happen, you say? It is too late for that. We already lost good men on this pointless journey to nowhere. Whatever Armagh needs, it's not here, and it wasn't here from the start. But you didn't come here for him, did you? You came for your own reasons. You want some magic toy that once belonged to the ancient Cyclops. Well, I'm not leading my men to their deaths for that.
To Goth.
This conversation is over. You want help? Why not ask our guests to help you? If you can afford their rates, that is. As for me, my single remaining goal is to get my people home alive, and well, and as soon as possible.
Looks like he's given up on that other mission. The woman leaves, sobbing. Dugath turns to you. Good morning. Well, let's get down to business, shall we? Introductions aren't necessary, Baron. I know who you are. Let's discuss how we can be useful to one another. Do you know me?
How do you think? We keep an eye on everything that happens in the region. It's smart to know our potential employers and our potential enemies. Hard to miss someone like you, dragging this green beast around like another compatriot.
These Longshanks know knock-knock already. That is good. Fame is rising already. Just a tad more, and knock-knock will be a real hero.
Who's that woman?
Wish I knew who these witches are and where they came from. Our chieftain, the great Armagh, spirits bless him, trusts them as if they were holy oracles. He sent us with them to these dead hills, and none but the sisters and the chieftain himself know why. Who am I to confront the chieftain? So now we wander these lands, chasing the unknown.
Do you know Avon and Varnhold?
Varnhold, huh? Isn't that the village Megar Varn got from the Ristovik sword lords? I know Varn. He's not the best fighter, but not the worst. As for what happened there, I wouldn't know.
So how can we be useful to each other?
I'm afraid we can't. At least not yet. I'd be happy to take a new job, but our chieftain's orders were strict. Search the location and come back with a report. But if you could help us here, say, by finding whatever these witch sisters are looking for, or maybe just making them disappear forever, mark my word, Baron, the Tiger Lords never forget those who helped them.
It'd be fun to have a chest like that. Just like a giant badass chest. There's a whole army of you here. How'd you manage to get so far?
None of your business, actually. But just to reassure you, we weren't sneaking into your lands without permission, I'll answer. It was magic. The sisters opened some strange tunnel, and we used it to get here from Numeria. Gorham witnessed my words. I'm no coward, but I'd rather march for a month through all the river kingdoms than use that damned tunnel again. It was strange, wrong, just like those witches themselves. Ask away, why not? I don't promise I'll answer, though.
Tell me about yourself.
I'm Dugath, son of Gordir and Harith Three Fingers from the Tiger Lord's tribe. My entire life, I've served Gorham, first on the battlefield, sword in my hand, and later with prayer as well. I've fought in battles all across the River Kingdoms, in Yoberia, Guld, used to live. My price is high, my hand is steady, and my sword is deadly.
I feel like he's given this speech before. That felt practiced.
Our Lord in Iron doesn't like empty talk. He's the god of those who act instead of chatter. His palm blesses every sword ever crafted, and wherever at least two men meet in battle, he is there with them. Even orcs worship the god of battle, and not only that, they imagine he's an orc too. It's all nonsense, of course, but there may be a grain of truth to it. For anyone can aspire to be like him. A human, an orc, and even an elf. Anyone who grips his iron to make his enemy bleed.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, tell me about your tribe.
There are many tribes in Nomeria. Each does its best to survive. The Black Horses sell adamantine. The Blood Pikes rob caravans, and their white scars lick the boots of the Technic League. As for us, the Tiger Lords, we are mercenaries, and the best ones in this part of Avestan. Remember this, Baron. If you keep your throne long enough, we'll meet again. Sooner or later, fighting side by side, or otherwise. Who knows?
Okay.
And some deal in slave trade.
Yeah.
Yes, there's plenty of those too. And their numbers will never dwindle, so long as the Technic League runs the country.
Your chieftain was
He's
pretty
a
badass.
strong fighter, brave one. He says he's Armagh, an incarnation of a hero from the old times. Just don't ask if I believe it. Armagh is smart. He knows how to do business. If he'd only pay less attention to what those witches whisper, he'd be a perfect chieftain.
Tell me about Numeria.
Eons ago, stars rained down on Numeria. Pieces of metal, both dead and living ones, fell from the sky. Since then, metal monsters roam those lands, and the grounds hold a wealth of adamantine, among other valuable things. Weaklings don't survive there. As for us, Numerian Kelits, we grew up on that land. We drank its poisoned waters and breathed its toxic air. Metals from the depths infused our bones and muscles. No one can beat us. If there were anyone capable of bringing us down, it would be ourselves.
I wonder if I killed him if I could get some adamantine weapons. I would really dig that. Oh hey, the Raven. The Raven was at the hold. Maybe the Raven will talk to us again. What do you know about Cyclops?
Not that much. Long ago, these lands were part of their empire. They were a great people back then, used unbelievable magic, and possessed treasures beyond count. Ages passed, and their empire crumbled into dust. Cyclops became wild and forgot all about what they once used to be. But the ruins, yes, The ruins remember everything.
Indeed, they remember much, if only they were more eager to share.
You're welcome. I wish I knew. If we did, do you think we'd still be here now? The only thing to be found in these hills is one's own death. A group of my men entered a cave that turned out to be a spriggan den. They barely survived the encounter. Also, we found the ruins of some old tower, ancient as the world itself, and useless as this expedition. There is nothing to be found here, except, like I said, for one's own death.
All right. So the Raven is probably gonna wait to see what I do, like last time. Maybe to see if I act like a good guy or a bad guy.
Look ahead.
So he can call me a hypocrite or not.
Done and done.
Okay. Cool. Nothing exciting there. Doug, the merchant. It'd be funny if we found a Patty the barbarian. And then like a giant mosquito. We would all know what it meant. Now where's that defaced priest?
My search was not in vain.
Right here.
You, our guest. The Baron, am I right? I'm sorry you witnessed that unpleasant scene. If I may ask, what is your name?
My name's Titus. What's yours? Ah, damn.
Nice to meet you, Baron. I have no name. I've rejected it to serve benevolent powers. Not the greatest sacrifice of those we're sometimes called to make. You may call me Defaced Sister.
Who are you?
I am one of those who call themselves the Defaced Sisters. We've rejected our names and our faces in service to benevolent spirits. I'm sorry that I cannot reveal our true destiny to you yet, but believe me when I say our mission is extremely important. Not just for us, not just for the tribe, but for the entire world.
What are you doing here?
It is not yet time to answer this question. We are searching for ancient ruins, the remains of structures built by the previous holders of these strange lands. That is all I can tell you, for now. I understand that you want to know more, but have no doubt, you will in time.
Such wise, enlightened words. People who talk like this are usually trying to swindle you out of your purse.
Tell me about Numeria.
These are enigmatic lands. Stars rain from the sky. Soil bleeds fire and gives birth to metal instead of grass. These are lands of mysteries and nightmares. But they're destined to become the salvation of us all, for that is where great Armag lived, died, and rose again, and he will bring redemption for us all.
What about Armag?
He's a man of great destiny. The gods themselves tried to lay him low, but he came back, defied death itself, as was foretold, for that was his fate. He's destined to save many, many lives, but at a terrible cost to himself. I would never wish a fate like that on you, Baron. I would never wish a fate like that on anyone.
I mean, she's talking clear enough, but I'll go through all the dialogue options. You speak in riddles.
Don't be wary of riddles. Those wise enough to solve them eventually learn much more than those who always seek straight answers.
What were you and Dugath arguing about?
My sisters. They each went out on their own quests and never returned. Not one of the three. I can understand Dugath. He doesn't trust us. But by refusing to help my sisters and me, he puts himself, his people, Countless innocent souls in grave danger. If only I could soften his impertinent heart.
Do you have any idea where your sisters might be?
Do you have a map? I can provide you some direction. One of my sisters went to the sepulchre of forgotten heroes.
That's where
Another
we
went
tried to
looking
go.
for the forsaken mound. And the third was going to visit the ruins of the city of the Hollow Eyes. I won't lie, these places are all very dangerous. But searching for lost truth always involves danger.
My word. Lots of barbarians going with them instead of letting them wander around. Do you know what happened in Varnhold?
Dark things tend to happen in that land. I can only guess to the fate of Varnhold. My 3 sisters know more. Help me find them, and you'll get your answers. If the spirits are kind, it will happen before it's too late.
We'll go ahead and ask for compensation.
With the most valuable treasure of all, truth.
Yeah.
If in your travels you meet my sisters, please help them, and I will help you in return. Remember this word, Gahab. That is what the previous inhabitants of these lands, the Cyclopses, called darkness they so worshipped. If a door shut and lockless bars your path, this word might be your key. May kind spirits guide you in your travels.
Cool. So, I was right to give up on that door.
Without a doubt.
So, like a power rest. Her immediate stand to sit position. Alright. Who are you, Doug? Name's Doug. Was a hell of a fighter when I was younger. The truth? Those years pass before you know it. The health, too. He only has 2 fingers left. So now, my job and equipment and provisions, along with a bit of trading from time to time. Show me your wares. Smoked trout and hydro pate. Sure. Let me give you tons of magic items and mastercraft weapons. Oh yeah, shit. I meant to give that to the alchemist. His name escaping me for some reason. I wonder why they say a merchant would pay well for it when it's only worth 1 coin. Where did those mastodon pelts get to? There we go. That's 100 pounds we didn't need to be carrying. Okay. It's nice to be back over 100,000. Now I can buy a shit ton of BP if I really need to. Alright, let's save.
I will guide us.
And on the next episode, we'll start exploring Cyclops ruins. Oh, whoops. Missed a leather scrap. I'm glad to pick that up for me. Alright guys, I had fun. I hope you did too. Be good.